Aloha, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are looking at a little bit of a new take on an old deck. It's the classic Red Burn aggro deck, focused all on wizards. We've deemed it the Wizards' hot new whip, and we've incorporated Mizzum Tank into the mix today. So this is an artifact vehicle with trample. It is a 3/2 and costs 3. And whenever a non-creature spell is cast, Mizzum Tank becomes an artifact creature and gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. And it is also a crew 1 artifact creature as well. So very good value here. And I think as we progress, we're going to see this more and more. And to make room for the 4 Mizzium Tanks, we've cut out a couple things, and we're probably going to be playing with these numbers as we continue. Just balancing it, removing a couple things, adding a couple things. Probably no new cards, but maybe just balancing, say, the Goblin Chainwhirlers and the Chandras, right? Just to get a good number in there. We also had to go down to 3, light up the stages, and yeah, that was it. I believe we also dropped a land, I guess. So those were the 4 cards that we snipped. Was a Mountain, a Chandra, Goblin Chainwhirler, and a light up the stage. We're trying to still remain super wizard focused, so we could potentially maybe balance, say, a Steam-Kin for another light up the stage, potentially. But we'll see as we go. Fanatical Firebrand ×4, Ghitu Lavarunner ×4, Shock ×4, Runaway Steam-Kin ×4, the Pyromancer ×4, Lightning Strike ×4, the Goblin Chainwhirler ×3, Light Up the Stage ×3, Wizards Lightning ×3, Mizzium Tank ×4, and Chandra Fire Artisan ×3, and 19 Mountains. I like 20, but I've seen it played as low as 17. My coach, Mason, who I had join me yesterday, he plays like 17 lands, so it's quite a few less. But man, does getting mana screwed ever suck? So let's see what we can do with it. Hopefully we can push into Diamonds today and then make a run for Mythic this season. I think I've just been putting it off because I've not done it yet, so it's like a new unknown that I don't really know what it will take. And when I commit to it, I do want to do it, so I don't want to be unprepared. Not a very good hand, bad land, and this is bad land again, and I guess I get to scry, and we can pray that it all sorts out from here. I just absolutely hate going down to 5 cards. It's a little aggressive. So we're not drawing, which is not good. We did get a secondary creature out, which is good, I guess, a little bit. Really looking to push to 3 here, though. And we have 4 colors on the field already. So this is interesting. Open the gates. I see. So we're going to get slaughtered with Gates Ablaze over and over. Our Mizzum Tanks are safe to that, though. Immediately feel like we need to go back up to 20 lands. Those 2 pulls with just 1 land. That's why I started. Oh my goodness. That's why I started playing Magic Arena, was because I always felt that I was the bad shuffler. You know what I mean? I needs to get better at shuffling, and if the computer did it, then it would just be all perfect. But maybe that was an oversight on my behalf. Oh, here we go. We're rolling with our secondary land finally. Only a couple behind. Not going to play my Pyromancer because he will get Gates Ablaze, most definitely. I have no doubt in that. So we're going to save it until afterwards. and then we'll come out with a secondary row of creatures that he'll need to deal with. As long as he doesn't play any white and play Archway Eagle, we should be okay. Circuitous Root. Into 2 Guild Summits. It's pretty nice. He's got a big old hand going on there. So I'm going to try to keep the spell as well for my Mizzum Tank. It'd be absolutely incredible if we beat this gentleman with only 2 lands. Meanwhile, he has 4, 6, 7, 8. Pretty cool. And we see our Gates Ablaze strike. And he does have enough mana for the Ram, I suppose. We'll take our turn. And we will enter with the Pyromancer. Pretty good counter, I suppose. We should have opened up the Lavarunner maybe, and then he would have countered that, and we could have played our secondary Lavarunner and still been digging those points. Still no white on the field, which is ideal, and he's got himself down 10 cards already. Oh goodness. That just about does it. Does he have to reveal it? No. So Mastermind's acquisition just lets him search for anything in either his deck or his sideboard, which is pretty cool, I guess. You're definitely limited to a few things, but this guy, so he's got any mana available now, and he might not Gates Ablaze it if there's one more. So he can just play.
With thoughtfulness before action.
Try to let this run out, maybe. What's his win condition, do you guys think? He's just gonna search forever. He's definitely beat us. And it is early yet, so let's give him his day. And let's see what this gentleman's got going on right now. He can definitely play forever. Any science? That's wicked. And it's all just land draw, it seems, right? Can't believe he gave us a turn. That's all land in his hand. That'd be brutal. And I don't know what I just played that Lavarunner for. I'm not even thinking right now. That's totally my bad. Oops, I should have played my tank. What in H was I thinking? My guess is he has a Jace Wielder of Mysteries in his belongings. So I'm going to need a couple more burn spells handy, I think. So he would have scrapped our lightning there because he's got something
Still
to
have
play
much to
and he needs it dealt with. Oh my goodness. Very cool. So he can just infinity loop his Mastermind's acquisition, I feel like. Oh no, only when this enters the battlefield. Very expensive card. But I guess when you're playing it for free, not so bad, right? Just pop it off. Just returned his 2 Salvager of Secrets to his hand. Very cool stuff. He's just casting things on me because it's free. Very cool. Tosses our secondary tank. I mean, if his win condition is 2/2/2s, I don't know, guys. Like, could be bad. Nice. Oh my goodness, that's the coolest shit ever. Infinity Revenge. Let's see where this ends up. You can't get me below 1, can you? It'll just stay at 1. Oh no, it does take you to 0. Half of 1 is 0.5, so that is still 0. Dang, so that was like a 1,000-Year Storm Revenge. Omniscience. Goodness gracious, we got one. Frig there. Do we give it the benefit of the doubt and play one more time? I guess so. Squeeze in a bit more. I can lower this bad boy. Alright, hopefully this turns out a little bit better. And it already has quite a bit. Just looking for our wizard. And of course, a Mizzum Tank. I'm also thinking that that red card that gives your creatures trample and you draw a card might be just worth the playing of the red card, like for 1, because you get to draw, and your Mizzum Tank will fire, which is really nice. So we'll save our shock here. Hopefully he plays a Lana War Elf. Or Incubation. Well, no, he can't play that till turn 2. Something, though. Oh, no. Some red on red action. So I will immediately bust this. And we did lose our turn 2. Which is no bueno, and we lost our light up the stage, which probably was the mistake I've made in this match. Two Firebrands coming at me, that's pretty heavy. We get our Chainwhirler out to clear him though. Very good value. Firebrands are great because they can trigger your light up the stage. And we do see Wizard's Lightning in return, or a Lightning Bolt, sorry. I will pop out our Mizzum Tank, and that should be GG against this other red deck, unless he saves a shock for combat damage. Which we don't know if he will, because he just cast main phase Lightning Bolt. Lightning Strike. He was trying to target my Mizzium Tank with his Wizard's Lightning. No buenos though. I'm gonna take an extra 2 damage here and trigger my tanks, and then we'll get our light up to stage, and hopefully we dig a land here. We certainly do not. Hitting for 7 in retaliation. So this Mizzum Tank damage really is substantial. Because it has trample as well, so it's always going to get that one big hit in. Ooh, we see a Wizard's Lightning to the mouth. Down to 8. It'd be cool if we had 1 more mana. I guess we'll save 1 Wizard's Lightning. For whatever he does next turn. We'll just get a little baby attack in for 6. We could do it actually. Right here. That's totally my bad. We had lethal. 7, 5, 6, 7, and 3 is 10. That's a little bit more ideal. It's crazy what a difference 1 land will make. Perfect. I'm going to open our arena tool as well. Boom. And then we can start tracking our win rate, etc., etc. Pop that on my other screen. 2 land, no draw, but we do have Firebrand to play turn 1, which I quite enjoy always. We did pull our 3rd land, which is all sorts of good. I'm thinking that he's going to do a turn 2 Thought Erasure on us, which isn't ideal. He's probably just going to take our Chandra anyways. And we'll throw the creature out and deal with whatever he's got going on as it comes. Probably the Carnarium would be pretty cool for him, but I think that costs a couple. 3 or 4. Paying life. And into the Thought Erasure. We'll just throw that in the graveyard for him. Very cool. And he's seen our hand. It's not a bad hand. If he has another Thought Erasure, we're sitting less than ideal. But if we could build the Steam-Kin up, that could make the difference. Even if he's got to use his mana on a cast down this turn on it, because he's intimidated, perchance. Drown Catacomb into his 3. And we have a Discovery. Interesting. Is he playing the, like some sort of take on the Phoenix deck? Phoenix Thought Erasure? That looks fun. Phoenix Thought Erasure, Hero of the Precinct 1. That would get me off for sure. I can't not do it. Right. So he's 100% forced to be using Carnarium on me, which won't kill the Chainwhirler, but a Ritual of Suit for 4, I believe, would kill everything. He's taking more damage here. He's done 4 damage to himself. Which is fine. He doesn't have the mana to play this, so we'll immediately just put it back to the field, or should we just try to go over him? No, we're gonna take it back. This should be a good game right here. It does come in as a 1-1, which is a bummer, and we can attack with it. We'll immediately power it up. And we're hitting for 6. So we could have killed him if I... Well, no, he would have blocked. And we would have lost out in 3 damage. It would have been the exact same. But he would have had his creature. Potentially. He's gaining a little bit of life here. And he gets his blocker. But we do pull lethal on him, actually, which is quite nice. And then we could have triple firebranded him. He obviously seen that as he left. So no Mizzum Tank here. Some good old-fashioned red beatdown. Need a cool 30 wins in a row today. Oh, that's over here. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Again, if anyone's interested, this is MTG Arena Tool. I guess I could leave it up here for a second. Let you guys check it out. While we wait, I guess it's just loading. Mounted into... Oh no, what the heck are we doing? Into past turn. Jesus. Get all excited. Okay, here we go. So I like putting it on the percentage here. We'll resolve this and shock it. Nice short card names in this deck too. Well, into our secondary land. We pulled our 3rd, looking for 4 this round for Chandra. Hopefully we get that on curve, or pull a Mizzum Tank next turn. This guy is going to hate his life. We are chain whirling his Paradise Druid away. Absolutely screwed. Has your guys' game been laggy lately? The client seems super duper laggy on my end. I should probably do some computer cleaning this afternoon. Just wasted his whole turn finding his mana tap creatures again that we would have re-roasted with our secondary Goblin Chainwhirler. So, just classic red fun still. He only played 2 lands that round. We do also have an action log, which is quite cool as well. You can see where we mess up. And people can actually maybe see what's been going on prior to them tuning in, which might be ideal. We have no draw here, so we can't keep that. We have the 2, no draw engine, but we could work into our Chainwhirler for 3. And I am gonna try to go for a land instead. We pull a Mizzum Tank, which, you know, isn't bad. We'll go Firebrand. Just debating, right? Offsetting 1 damage and trying to get in 2 next turn, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we're going to see something right away. So we see a Brancher into a Llanowar Elf, which is pretty cool. So I can play my Lavarunner this turn, and we will skip our combat. Taking our turn, we do draw, but we're going to need to deal with his mana. First and foremost, that's always our #1 target, is to deal with mana creatures. We're even debating dealing with his Wild Growth Walker here, and I think we will. Save our Lavarunner for later. Pretty cool. That's that. If I go full screen here, we can go history as well. And now we're looking at our win rates and what have you. We can see, pull the action log off to the side. So we've been playing not a lot. We played a lot of the 9th Gate. Maybe I had the deck, or at least I must have had the arena tool closed and it wasn't reading the games. It's what's going on though. So we have lost our first game and then we won our next 4. Very cool. Let's see if we can win another 4. I'm going to try to open up my Twitch chat as well. Pop into our Chrome. And there we go. Keeping this hand. Twitch channel up to 227 total views. So don't forget to check me out on Twitch. I think we'll just bait him for the block, to be honest. I don't think he'll do it. If he does, that's not such a great play, I don't think. But I'm going to shock his Ajani this turn for sure if he plays it. There it is. So no life gain, unfortunately. And we will deal with it accordingly. We're going into our second Firebrand here. Attacking a red deck is absolutely useless. History of Benalia, always good value. So we will hope that he has no heavy removal and we will just wait. Because we can chump block the Firebrands. So we can go into block and then once... Oof. Once blockers have been established, we can sacrifice our Firebrand so the attack doesn't go through. And his thing will fizzle. No blocks here, taking 4 damage. We do pull a land, which is nice. And we're gonna let this one play out and see where it ends up. So unless he has removal for our Firebrands, we're sitting very pretty. And we will zap this one now before the enchantment hits it, so it fizzles. That's why you don't play enchantment cards, kids. And now we can do our chump blocking again. There we go, just like so. And by doing this, we're actually going to kill his other creature as well, which is a lot of fun and no damage. On to my turn. We do pull the land for it. We get Chandra out. We're doing her plus just to keep a little bit of pressure off of us. No attacks because we're saving our Firebrand for a chump blocker if needed. And we see a Dawn of Hope hit. It's a pretty nice draw engine. And he can create those little tokens. We will take the damage here, no blocks. Not worried about the health so much. Into Chandra's plus. We pull another land. We can shock the token. And continue with our rampage here. That was probably a mistake. He could have maybe made a token, I believe, on the end of our turn for 4. Dropping his Gideon. Does have summoning sickness right now. And we can kill it next turn. No, we cannot because it goes to 6. No, it goes to 5. I believe in you, friend. I don't know. We'll see what the news brings. It brings stormy skies, I guess.
Sit back and watch it burn.
Very cool. 20 health's quite a bit to work through. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way, I guess.
You fight dirty.
We do have the draw engine of our Chandra, and this turn we know that he can't make a Dawn of Hope creature at the end of our turn, so we can continue. We lost a secondary Chandra. Let's see what we get. It'd be cool not to destroy her. And we're going to get to light up the stage, which is great. Into another land, and we will actually shock this as well, I believe. Everything must die. Resolving this, he gets to draw a card, and we are still clear to attack. Maybe pop our action log back in here. And now we are doing our -7. Going right to him. We only need to do 9 damage here, which should be doable with 7 lovely cards to use. We can go as far as just maintaining control as well for the turn, right? I would like the Mizzum Tank out, but we could play around it almost, because we have a lot of light up stages and only so much damage to do. I think we'll play old school and test our luck. Let's go here. And we drew another tank. So we're not doing it this round. We know that. Throw the tank out and we can do another light up the stage, I guess, which is not going to do much for us. Just digging for those other burn spells. We should have firebranded his soldier first. Got a little bit excited digging for cards. We should have also double tanked for the fun of it. We'll see where it ends up though. There's no way he wins. I believe our Mizzum Tank is protected from Kaya's Wraths as well. So it's a win-win there. Climbing through diamond, or sorry, platinum, which is, I think, generally pretty easy to do. Growth Spore Shaman, which is a rare 3/1. When enters the battlefield, put top 3 cards of your library into the graveyard and put a land from your graveyard to your library. Kind of like a, was it undergrowth? Underroot? Something like that. I'm going to pop out the action lock here for a little bit. Go into our percentages. Two lands. I think that's good. We will firebrand his Llanowar Elf immediately. Just trades there. Pulling land still, so we are on curve. Hoping that there's no removal and we can get this Steam-Kin rolling with our Chandra. Oh! That is a good card. We nullified all of our attacks basically. We have no lava coils. We are strictly burn. Hopefully there's no Rabid Bite. A Nullhide Ferox. This is a wicked man. So... oh my gosh, we can't block with our Firebrand. Nice. He does not have Vigilance though, so let's see what we can do here. Not a lot. We'll get our Steam-Kin up. Oh, we have lines of play, but we'd have to tap. And we do have defenders. We're just going for it.
I'm the best fire starter there is.
Arden.
Oh, it's you burning.
And our opponent's turn. We can block both creatures now, which is nice. I was just about to say, as long as we don't see a Galta. Good game. We got absolutely ramped out. What do you do, right? So we get this over here, and this can go there. We go to the blockers, we do the damage. Submit one. Taking some hits. Gonna die next turn, no matter what we do.
This is just gonna be bad for you.
We cannot stop this. Oh, we can. I don't know if the trample damage goes right through. I truly do not know. We're gonna have to try it. I don't even know. We're trying anything. Definitely lost this round. We cannot deal with Galta. Oh my god. When we lose, we really lose. So we're taking too much damage. Let's see how this turns out if the trample goes through us. It definitely did. I don't think we actually did our Firebrand like we meant to. We're too saddened and distracted by that epic green beatdown. Sometimes it happens, right? I believe a pro win rate on a deck is only 53%. And when we go into our situation here, we are 5-2 today, which is a 71%, which is absolutely phenomenal. We are playing this unknown deck quite often. We'll have to pay attention to see what that is. We're keeping 7. We have a light up the stage. It's basically prerequisite to winning this game as a red deck right now. If we see more of that, I'm going to lose my mind. We're going to let him ramp on turn because we would rather get an Incubation Druid than his Llanowar Elf. And lots of the times they won't utilize it, just like that. So we'll see if we can get it off the field now. So we're into our light up the stage. No lands, please. We get a couple lands. And a secondary Chandra. We will end turn and lightning strike whatever this is. Playing for 4. It's a wild growth walker. We absolutely love that. And he tries to double down, but it will not fire as we get priority in the stack. Pretty cool card. Playing our land from exile first, and then playing in with our Chandra from exile. And he's going to be forced to deal with this, unfortunately. We will attack, and we'll see the block. That's fine. It costs 6 to cast this Casualties of War. Clears the whole field. Very expensive. Sacrificing his own permanents to draw cards, and he's not going to trigger it. He'll just take the plus. So we will just take the plus as well. We're in here now. Only a couple cards left in his hand. I'm going to go as far as casting this from our exile. And I don't even want him to use it again. So we'll do it one more time.
I won't forgive this.
And that way we'll just deal with whatever this is. At most it's 2 cards. It's a very good card. We are approaching our -7 though.
Back and watch it burn.
And we get to play a Steam-Kin into a land, into your turn. I'm interested to see. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's destroying land, a creature, and a planeswalker. Very nice. Great timing for that on his behalf. Play our Chandra. So many lands right here, you guys. What's up with that?
It's my turn.
Into a draw.
Fire can't solve.
Into a land. Oops. I was about to say another Casualties of War. Another Golgari Queen. Which he's going to leave right yonder. We are getting slashed and bashed. Mizzum Tank is too little too late, unfortunately. We've lost this game. We can play it. This, and as good as a start that was, we just got absolutely tanked. Submit 2, we don't give a fuck. Go kill yourself. Just kidding. I actually don't mean that at all. That guy's a very good Magic player, and he should feel very good about himself, so he should disregard my comments as they were inappropriate. We're going to keep this hand. We do get to open with a Firebrand and return to Steam-Kin. Hopefully we just continue to draw from there. I would pray for land, but we almost are getting too many lands. Mason could have been right. Big surprise there, right? Into our secondary damage. Ooh, that's not good. So we will lightning strike this real time. We cannot have red and green mana wrapping. That is super unacceptable. That's worse than anything ever could be. We're gonna sneak our wizard out. And we're going to knock off his Spellbreaker here, which probably isn't smart. Attacking for 4. And I don't think I'm going to kill anything with 1. I doubt he has Llanowar Elves in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could kill him next turn if we wait as well, because the Chainwhirler will do our last damage. And we are seeing a Phoenix drop, which we can deal with as well, which is really nice. And I'm going to do that now. Resolve, and that way we get our land without having to tap our Steam-Kin. So now we'll wipe the token. 5. So we didn't have lethal because of the Phoenix. We need to waste our lightning bolt, or lightning strike. Unfortunately, I believe this is it. Oh no, saved by the secondary creature. And also doomed by it. We could have killed the creature and attacked, but we'll just do this. Absolutely madness. We're gonna get out of Platinum 2. Hopefully, before the hour is up. We've got another 11 minutes. Try to get it in real quick. Checking out our rank here. History decks. Go right into our... We are 6 and 3. 63% win rate. I think that's ideal. If we could use 63% all day, we're going to be cooking with fire. This is an interesting hand. We have a lot of damage. I'm going to start with the Steam-Kin. Call me crazy. Hopefully we don't see a Justice Strike. Toward Arcanist. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. We have to deal with that immediately. Such a good card. Could have waited one turn and then got some Mizzum Tank damage in, I guess. We're also looking for a 10th district to get out of there. Oof. So this is really good for him, actually. We probably should have blocked, but I'm thinking he's got some sort of enchantment anyways, so it wouldn't matter much. Very nice. Krinko is a bit of a beast in the meta. He fits well with a lot of things. Oh, nice. This guy is ripping us. Oh, we got 5 tokens to deal with. We can get one Steam-Kin out, I guess. Into our Pyromancer, which goes right up top. And we are gonna crew on the defense to attack. To attack. To defend. We should write that down. Attack. We might rename this deck to that, you guys. The Mizzum Tank attack. Absolutely aggressive. So we'll use this for our crew then, obviously. Still has indestructible. And he's running out of cards. Oh my. This gentleman has sent us back down to our 53% where we belong, I think. No blocks. No buenos. No molestos, senor. So many freaking pyromancers. I thought it would be good. Not good enough. I'm getting ripped by pure volume alone. What do? Goodness gracious, bro. Settle down. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Need 14 Krinko tokens out. That's really cool. I never thought of putting Krinko with the Exemplar of Justice. I think that works really nice. Can we see card here? Oh, can we go back? We'll keep it. It could pay off a little bit. I'm looking to see... Oh, shoot, it's my turn. Your turn. So if we go history... Let's do this. Here's that. We do pull a Mizzum Tank. We're going to need a land, though, before we do anything. Going into our history. This was it. Mentor. At the beginning of your turn, choose up to one target creature you control. Gains trample or vigilance. So no flying, actually, there. I thought I gave it flying in my own head for some reason. We pull another Steam-Kin, which is no buenos. I don't think he's going to lose his Paradise Druid, to be honest, and I wouldn't mind taking it from him. See? So we have 2 free damage there by being risky and knowing our opponent's priority. Because if you did it by the numbers, you'd be like, no, I can't lose my... Oh, Steam-Kin. And we could power up here. He might not know that, right? So we just got a couple more free damage by testing our luck. He's got 5. He's into Misa and unlimited land. That's a good game.
We are all connected.
Oops. Misa's so great.
Harness the elements.
I need my Chainwhirler out with first strike. No land. Not much mind the triggers. And this, unfortunately, has to go right into
Will
our
endure.
Mother of Lands. And we will not attack here. Our Steam-Kin has become too valuable. Oh my god. I hate Goblin. As a red deck, that drives me nuts.
The land shall conquer you.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. We pull a land, we feel like we're gods. We need the Chainwhirlers.
Do not underestimate my fortitude.
Right? We're gonna go right into it. Tapping our Steam-Kin. Powering up our secondary Steam-Kin. Chugging down what we can. We're so screwed. So screwed. We need our Mizzum Tank out. We're gonna have to pay for that as well. Not much we can do. He's tapping all of our... Wow. Nice. And hitting us for well over the allowable amount. Dang, bro. 2 in a row. Okay, we got this. I've got a couple other things to get done today, but we'll probably be back on the Twitch stream this afternoon. I wouldn't mind getting into Diamond. Seems like a good day for it. I don't have a lot going on so much, just like a little bit of clerical work, I guess. Some editing, a lot of footage to edit from our hiking trip. I'm gonna test my luck and try to open up with our Lavarunner, and hopefully he's playing a tapped land and we can turn 2 double attack with our Firebrand. We do get a turn 2 double attack at least. There's no need to light up the stage yet. Just going in 2. Hopefully we see a John drop and we can remove him. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, Paladin of Atonement. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you've lost a life last turn, put a counter on him, and then when he dies, gain life equal to that. So he's not lost life there. He will lose his creature here. So we're just going over that bump, if you will. I would say this is a good start, but normally when I do that, I'm getting ultra boned. So we see a Prison Realm on our Goblin Chainwhirler, which is a good line of play. He gets a scry out of it as well. We will lace in with our Mizzum Tank and finish the round off with another 2 damage. Fountain of Renewal. Could be worse, right? Got a lot of life gain here though, so it is something. He's chosen white, obviously. Gains 4 life with that play and draws a card. So we will remove that. The life gain was simply too much. And we will save the shocks. We need those for later. Our Mizzum Tank. Jumping in with our light up the stage while we can. And we actually get a land and a Steam-Kin out of that. Nice. I believe that's good game. I'm really liking how this Mizzum Tank leaves the battlefield at the end of your turn, and protecting it from Kaya's Wrath. He is taking our Steam-Kin, and not the Mizzum Tank, which I would have not done. This actually triggers the tank as well.
Do people start screaming? What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning.
Absolute damage with our tank this round. We'd be far behind without it. We have 2 more triggers for it, plus a Chandra. We are sitting very pretty, in all honesty. Cleansing Nova would get us. Settle the Wreckage, maybe. I don't know. Perhaps we should just be attacking only with our Mizzum Tank from now on if there's nothing played here. Right? If he doesn't tap his mana, we'll start being cautious. We just popped over an hour here, so this will be our last match. We see a card. He has 1 enchantment, I guess, if he does his minus. Maybe just looking for a draw.
I will not stop.
Desperately looking for defenders. Secondary fountain.
Sit back and
Still has
watch
10
it
life
burn.
for us to deal with, so it's quite substantial.
Please stop.
Zap his card here.
There is always another fight.
This is absolutely ideal, having these low-cost cards to just bring in the tank every turn. I can't express how well that works. There's simply too much fire on the field. Plains are ripe for forest fires. Grass fires, man, they go up quick. Our friend may have left. Let's get a little jump into our statistics. We are at 6-5 right now, so very bad. Not good at all, I'd say. We'll go to 7-5, which will make it a little bit better, I guess. Just looking at all of the goodies here. I don't know, it's a lot to look at. I guess I could have the collection up and reference cards. We just lost 2 in a row. 2 in a row again. It's kind of been balancing out. Still on timer here. Yeah. I might even run to the washroom while we let this gentleman do whatever he's doing. If it goes up to a full bar again. Not my turn. So we do our Chandra. Oh, he's there. He looked at his cards. I've seen it. Okay. Screw this guy.
Let's light it up!
Our turn again. I was just thinking, it's kind of crazy that the meta turns into some weird, like, patience thing. Like, who can be the most patient after or during. So he's clearly got to settle the wreckage. I'm just going to attack with my tank, because that's what it's all about. Yeah. I mean, it's cool that they'll auto-concede and everything, but woof. Sometimes you get drug along. Especially as a red deck, you're trying to just like go, 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 go. So that's never fun. We're sitting right in the middle of Platinum Tier 2. We're going to deal with that a little bit later. This was the Wizard's hot new whip. We actually didn't make too many adjustments. I want to get rid of the Goblin Chainwhirler because he's so expensive in lieu with him. But it's just so good. These would be great if we had already cast a spell. Like, it can't be target creatures. It needs to be like creatures you control. Because if we could play a spell or an instant, let's take a little bit of a look at the deck. We have trample. I like this one. Creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. Draw a card. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm going to take a couple of those. I'm going to drop one Firebrand. It's really hard to justify, but I'm going to drop another Chainwhirler. And these might also want to be changed to risk factors. I don't know. I could cast it for full cost. I've not used risk factor in ages. So it's costing, it could be the same cost. I don't know. We're going to experiment with the risk factor and light up the stage. Maybe we'll take one, right? Cool. So I'm going to upload this edited one for everyone. I think that'll be a little bit better. And then we can all experiment with the risk factor. And yeah, comment on the video what you think about that. Because the more heads we can throw on this, the better. This was the Wizard's hot new whip. Yeah, shoot me a comment, give me a like, and share this out to your friends. And if you're feeling like you'd like a little bit of gems, definitely hit me up with a subscribe and check out the gem giveaway video. I guess a note on that, we had someone, I'd have to look up who it was, Christian Escobedo actually is the name, I remember it. Didn't get back to me on the gem giveaway. I don't know how to contact you, Christian, other than like, begging and pleading for you to get a hold of me. We did open the Discord for everyone. I've actually not been on there in a long time. I'll jump on there right after this. But yeah, Christian, get a hold of me. If you don't, by the end of this week, I'm going to re-give those gems out to someone else. Alright? Cool. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.